Hello and welcome to The American Individual. I'm your host Dylan, and today we have a new video for you guys. And this video is another episode of News Weekly-ish, the only news source you can trust. Before we get into the video, make sure to like and subscribe, as well as check out the merch store if you want to see this channel grow and improve. But anyways, let's get into the video. To start, I wanted to get this video out a little faster, so I moved some of the other videos in my list around because this one seemed of utmost importance given the news that had come across my desk. It will be shorter for our normal news, but the content is just as important. I will also have probably 2 other videos coming out this week, one on Friday and then one on Wednesday or Thursday. I haven't figured that out yet. It kind of depends on when I get the editing done. But let's get into our first bit of news. So the first thing I wanted to talk about is quite tragic and is coming from the international scene in the country of France. France, as of today, March 4th, 2024, have made abortion a protected right under their constitution. Now, if you needed another reason other than the filth in the streets of Paris and the rude populace, now you have another one on why you shouldn't visit France. So this is a quote from the AP, but this is referring to the United States Supreme Court decision in 2022 on the Dobbs decision for essentially overturning Roe v. Wade. The U.S. decision has reverberated across Europe's political landscape, forcing the issue back into public debate in some countries at a time when far-right nationalist parties are gaining influence. I just wanted to talk about this. The problem that I have with this article is the fact that they're saying that being a far-right nationalist means that you do not support people killing their babies in the womb. The facts of this law are this: the measure was approved 780 to 72 in Versailles, and the measure itself says this: the law determines the conditions by which is exercised the freedom of women to have recourse to an abortion, which is guaranteed. And I didn't want to show these pictures, however, but I'm going to just for the effect. But this is what an abortion is. And it's never been about women, but it's been about killing innocent lives, innocent babies' lives. And because of this ruling, my heart is broken. It has been scientifically proven. I don't even need to bring my faith into this, but it has been scientifically proven that life begins at conception in the human cells, in the human embryo. And the fact that you can go and murder a child in the womb, and that is still illegal in this world and in some of the nations around the world, is just barbaric and disgusting and is very, very tragic. And it doesn't even help that the people that want it the most in some of these countries are women, and they don't understand that having a child isn't harming their body necessarily, but it's a beautiful gift from the Lord to be able to have children, as some people are not able to have some. This decision, I believe, in my opinion, history will show the truth to come out on the barbaric practice of murdering children in the womb. And my prayer is that if there are any righteous people left in France, that my God in heaven would spare them, but bring judgment upon the nation. Additionally, I take comfort in the fact that all of this sin and horribleness that is in this world, that God does not overlook those things, and that they will be paid for one way or another. To move on, in more political news regarding Trump, the Orange Man, as always, the Supreme Court of the United States has ruled that it is unconstitutional to block President Trump from the ballots, particularly in Colorado, but I'm assuming this will be applied to all the states that were potentially pursuing this option. And this landmark decision had a unanimous vote with all 9 Supreme Court justices agreeing, which does not happen very often, if at all. And the good news is the courts have pushed back on the unconstitutional practices of trying to ban someone from office who was never even convicted of a crime. It will probably also not affect any of the court cases for criminal proceedings against Trump, but it will still allow him to run in the primaries, considering he has won every single Republican primary except for I believe Iowa and Washington, D.C., who Nikki Haley, surprisingly, won that one. The bad news about this decision is that it's only making the divide in our nation worse. And granted, if they would have ruled the other way, it would have just driven the divide the other way. But the radical left are fueled by their hatred of the Orange Man and will stop at nothing to stop him from being elected. But it's not because of what he is, but it's more so for who he stands for. I know Trump by any stretch is not a righteous man and does not have the qualities of the best possible leader that we could want, but people in power can't lobby him. They can't change his mind with money to support, I don't know, transgenderism or any of these other issues, or supporting more wars in the Middle East. People don't like him because he stands for what the people want, and that is increased immigration control, like blocking the borders and building a wall and protecting our people. Also having our military boys at home. We don't need to be overseas dabbling in every single conflict, as well as, having a stable economy, which would be great because inflation's high, unemployment's not as great as it actually is if you look at some of the numbers, and it's not as great as things should be or could be. But anyways, that's the end of this news. That's all I want to talk about. I'm sorry if it was depressing, but I just pray that the Lord Jesus comes back soon, because these turbulent times are no fun to be a part of. Thank you for watching that video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was informative and that you maybe learned something new and have a reason to pray for the Lord to come back. But make sure to like and subscribe if you want to see more content, as well as check out the merch store if you want to see this channel grow and improve. Most importantly, have a good night.